Okay, I searched the internet for a video showing how to take the front fender off a 2006 Accord, and I could not find that. So I guess maybe I'll make my own. First of all, the front fascia or bumper section has to come off. It's not too hard to do, just a lot of clips and a few screws and it comes off. And then you're left with the fender itself. And there's this piece that was held on by just two plastic pieces. You take those off and then you just take off all the bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll find one inside the door here, right there. You've got to get a 10mm wrench for that. The rest are sockets. And down here, what I did is, first of all, I had to take off. Where'd that piece go? Here it is. You take off your little mud flap sort of thing here, and then there's there's one button down underneath here I took off, plastic one, and you can pull this down far enough to get to the bolt that you need to take off down here, another 10mm bolt. So now everything is loose. Oh yes, and of course there's a few fasteners on the inner fender well as well, and one bolt down here. So now I have all that off, and the fender is loose, but it's like a puzzle. It's not going to come off yet, so I still have to do a little bit of figuring out to do here. And the whole reason for this is that there was something fell against this car, previous owner, dented it in, and I tried pulling it out with a suction cup, didn't work. So hopefully you want to bang it out from the back once I get this thing off. But right now, it's like a puzzle that is not coming apart. Maybe I have to take off this front light. I'm not sure. I'll have to work on that. But this just bolts to the light. It's not the fender. The fender's separate from that. Feels like it anyways. Anyways, I'll keep working on this and see what I come up with. Okay, I'm making a bit more progress now. Even though this piece is very loose and seems to be held on by glue if nothing else, I removed the bolt that was holding it to the headlight, top of the headlight there. Now I've gotten this out a bit further and got this piece around the bottom piece of the headlight here, the bottom piece of the headlight. So everything up top is clear and it's sort of starting to move, but it's still hanging on by something. Something is sort of clipping it in place, and of course you want to be careful down by the door here. Maybe I'll put some tape on the door. We don't want to scratch anything taking that off. So a little bit more to go here, but it's getting close. Hey, look what I found in behind just the base of the windshield. One more nut, or should I say bolt, holding this fender on. Take that off and I might be home free. Okay, so close now. It's off of that little catch it was on there. Oh, it didn't take the bolt all the way out. It would have popped off without removing the whole bolt. So I'll put that bolt partly back on again. But it is really close to coming off. Somehow it's just still hanging up down here a bit. Got to work on that, and that fender will be off of there. Probably just barely see it, but there's one more little piece of plastic holding that fender on. And it is on this side. You can see it a little better. There it is, right there. Get that piece off of there and the fender will come off. Okay, took that piece off, but look, there's one more right near the top of the fender here. And there's the other side of it. Okay, this time take that one out of there and we should be done. Okay, and with that little plug removed, the fender came off. Now what it is like most of them, the piece in the center goes in and opens up the outside, and what I used to get this off was a larger Phillips screwdriver with one of the slotted sides pushing against here to pop that thing out, and after it did that, out it came. But I also did find, after taking it apart, or the fender off I should say, is that this one bolt here just holds a little hanger onto the front of the fender, and that one did not have to be removed. So I just put that one back on and that piece is held in place again. But that's it, fender's gone. Now it can be somewhat repaired. Didn't need a big repair to it, but had to take it off before I could get that little dent out. And hopefully it goes on easier than it came off. Okay, just a short summary here. These are bolts you do not have to remove to get your front fender off. This one here just holds on to this bracket, which will come loose with everything else. So reverse of the way you took it off, you put it back on again. That's basically it. I'm going to throw in one more thing here. What started me on this was having to take the front nose piece off anyway. I wanted to get at the horn, so I was thinking of taking this emblem off. And I've seen at least one video on YouTube showing how you just remove a bunch of fasteners, you just pop everything off, including this. And this guy was just popping this thing off and saying, oh, it's easy as pie, but I found mine was not what he was talking about here. Look at these screws here. There's one there and another one on the other end. And unless that was taken off before, there's no way you're just going to pop this thing off of here. If you want that emblem piece off of this 2006 Accord, you're not just going to be pulling it off like that. So just thought I'd add that onto this video as well.